Assalamualaikum. RFIP is an amateur localization through passive RF sensors. My name is Areej Khan and my team members are Anmol Kiran, Rana Fatma and Zia. Our supervisor and co-supervisors are Dr. Danish and Ahmed Khan from CARE. Source localization through passive RF sensors has been a point of contention in recent years because of its variety of applications such as surveillance, target tracking, and navigation. Moreover, its significance in so-called ELINT systems for defense sector cannot be overemphasized. Due to the passive nature of sensors being used, such systems do not respond back to any interrogation, hence are untraceable, making them suitable for defense systems. This project covers different design elements of electrical engineering such as signal processing, telecommunications, embedded system, microcontrollers, and machine learning. In this project, we will develop a prototype system for RF source localization using multiple antennas, nodes, and sensors. The system will be tested to locate commercial airplanes that continuously transmit some signals for navigation assistance. Some of the latest techniques such as AOA and TDOA have been explored. After research and consideration, we have come upon the conclusion that TDOA will be implemented. The receivers receiving the signals will be synchronized. The received signals will be sent to a MATLAB-based system performing TDOA. The signals thus received will be used to extract required information, that is, coordinates of the target. As for the transmitter, our system will be localized near the airport so that we can receive signals easily. Next, Anmol Kiran will give the progress report on TDOA.
Time difference of arrival was one of the methods under consideration. This method is based on precise measuring of time difference between signals arrived to the receivers. The desired target depicted as airplane emits certain signals and sensors mounted on receivers capture those signals. Distance is measured by a well-known distance formula and interpreted to form set of non-linear equations. These equations form hyperbolas and intersection point of these hyperbolas give us coordinates of our target. In this scheme, the receivers need to be accurately synchronized. They need to run same clock. To solve TDOA hyperbolic equations, two approaches have been considered. Tanho is a method that is widely used in solving the TDOA hyperbolic equations, and its performance is highly dependent on the pure distance between the home base station and the target, represented as R1 here. After obtaining the first patch of XY, we can reiterate the calculations again for more improvement. This can take from 1 to 4 cycles in many of the cases. The proposed improved procedure uses another term that will utilize the relation between target with two transceiver stations. Here R1 is replaced by omega. Omega depends on the ratio matrix Q, trace of symmetric matrix obtained by dot product of Q transpose and Q is computed, followed by arithmetic Riemann square root. Here is 2D implementation of time difference of arrival with 4 sensors located at -5, -10, -4, 3, 9, and 5, -7. These sensors form hyperbolas intersecting at -9, 6, which is our required target. A visual demonstration of time difference of arrival is here. As the time difference of arrival follows hyperbolic relation with distance, TDOA method results in hyperparabola for each pair of sensors. Pair of sensors for each between each sensor can be seen in similar colors. Intersection point of these hyperbolas will give us our target. Over to Rana Fatma.
Second technique under consideration was angle of arrival using music algorithm. This method is based on spatial spectrum estimation that expresses signals distribution from all directions to the receiver. Music algorithm is a subspace technique and make use of array elements. A phase difference exists when same signal arrives at different array elements. By capturing signal at each element, music algorithm firstly compute correlation of a signal captured, then decomposes it into signal and noise subspace by eigenvalue decomposition, and by using orthogonality property of signal and noise subspace gives spectrum. Finally, by finding peaks, we get angle of arrival. The steering vector contains phase delays between array elements. This This is the result of implementation of music algorithm with 5 array elements that are equally spaced and gives spectrum having peak at an angle of arrival that is 47 degree. A visual demonstration of music algorithm is shown here. AOA only gives direction of incoming signal. To locate source position, triangulation can be used. It involves multiple bearing measurements that intersect at a point, so source position can be calculated using trigonometric formula, whereas angle and sensor position are known. In presence of noise, we do not get exact location, so least square estimation is used that best minimizes the error between the actual and estimated one. It is iterative method. Here psi represents angle obtained from music algorithm, p is the initial estimate, and by computing delta x and adding it to the previous estimate number of time converts source position. This is the result of implementation of triangulation that gives source coordinates 2.3361, 3.8672, 2.9949 with an error of 0.0011, while actual source coordinates are 2, 4, 3. Next, Zia will give progress report on time synchronization.
Ahmad Ziaullah here, and my topic of presentation is time synchronization. So for time difference of arrival, receiver used to be synchronized because TDOA uses time differences from target node to receiver. For time synchronization, GPS global positioning systems can be used. We are using Mission 220, which is a high performance standard GNSS module for receiving GPS signal. GPS are equipped with atomic clock that provide accurate timing information. Each satellite generates its own PRN pseudo-random code, and the signal that each satellite broadcasts contain navigation message along with PRN code. Navigation messages contain information about satellite positioning and timing. It transmits signal on L-band carrier frequencies L1 1575.42 MHz and L2 1227.6 MHz. All satellites uses same carrier frequency. Now Mission 220 module receives L1 frequency. It outputs in NMEA 0183 format. On receiving signal from 4 satellites, it will be able to calculate its position. Interfacing of our module can be done using TTL to USB converter, and the software that we can use is uCenter. It is GNSS evaluation software and can be used to configure uBlock's GNSS module. Now moving to our Gantt chart. This is our Gantt chart and we cannot make much changes. Only few tasks are changed. Initially we are working on research based things which are completed now. The other things which marked as ticks are done and remaining are written with percentage. Our upcoming tasks are 3D implementation of TDOA, GPS module interfacing, time synchronization and signal. This is our working hour and work distribution. That's all from our side. Thank you so much.